Vamos ver, vamos ver. Vamos fazer um teste rápido. Vamos ver se eu vou ficar lagado de novo, hein? Voz de robô? Melhorou? Me conta aí. Boa. Vou dar só mais um ping lá pra galera que entrou entrar de novo. Pra dar essa moral. Alright. I'm not sure if I should do this in English or in Portuguese, like we are half and half here on the chat. But just in case for you guys to understand, like it's better for me to do that in English so I can save that for later and people can watch that later, since the community is more like about English speakers. So today I just want to do a quick presentation of something that I've been building for the past year, and I'm very happy to do that for the first time. Go Rush. Yeah, unfortunately I cannot do that in Russian. Well, so I just want to present you real quick something that I've been building. For those who don't know, I'm working on this personal project for 1 year, like from 1 year like until now. And then Beyond the HUD is a project that I started like past year to help other designers to to implement their own UI inside the engine. And I started to implement my own UIs like a long time ago. I did start working as a developer, so that made my background, and I started to implement my UI, and I noticed that some designers wanted to do that in the same way. So when I had the chance to start this program last year, like this mentorship program, I saw that many folks were finding themselves like in this way of work that you are like a bit generalistic. And then that helped me to create a different path to teach folks to do the same thing that I was doing. It doesn't mean that I'm doing like the right things, but I found a different way to work with all the design related stuff, and it was very useful on the day-to-day routine. And all the designers around me started to ask me to mentor them, to help them with this kind of thing. And then I decided to create the mentorship program. And I do see like some Korean. 감사합니다. 안녕하세요. Well, so I did start working on the mentorship program to help other designers to do the same thing that I was doing. And then by working on the mentorship program, I realized that everything could be easier for us. And that was the time that I started to think in a platform to hold all the knowledge together, to share the knowledge with everyone that wanted to to join the industry. And I started to think how to put all this stuff together. And I started to design the platform and all the things that I wanted to build to help designers to do the same stuff. And alongside the mentorship program that you will learn how to do all the things inside Unreal, I decided to create this platform to make my life easier to manage all the mentorship and to build something that can also help other designers that wants to teach other designers about some subjects that it's inside the game subject, like the gaming industry. So this is something that I'm going to show you right now. Most of the folks that are on the mentorship already played with the platform, because we are successfully converting everything to the platform. Like for the folks that were doing the mentorship in the beginning, all the videos, they were being hosted on YouTube, on Google Drive, like the recordings, and now all the videos they are being hosted on the platform. So you don't need to do anything else. You just need to log in and see everything that you have there. Like, and the platform is growing with the things that I'm testing. I'm like releasing some features based on the testing that we are doing with the mentorship folks. And I'm planning to start like the open beta this Friday, which is like 15th. So we are going to have the first challenge. So we had the first challenge on Discord, and now we are going to have the first challenge, but inside the platform. It's going to be really nice. I'm going to join as well. I'm going to participate with you, and this is something that will help us to not like address too much time to the challenge, because we all have our stuff to do, and we have so many cool challenges out there already. This is supposed to be a challenge that is going to be different, and it's going to be simple, so you can work with that. And we are going to have some rewards that might be related to mentorship access, to courses that you're going to get inside the platform, to subscription access to some of the tools that we are going to have. And yeah, stop talking. I'm going to start sharing my screen, and yeah, you will see what I'm talking about. Let me just switch here to a different monitor. And yep. Well, so the first thing that I want to show you is that we do have this website that is already out there, and this website is basically the landing page to to enroll for the mentorship. You might have seen this one before. So it's simply like a landing page explaining all the things that you can find on the mentorship. But the main thing from today that I want to show is the platform that we have. this is already live working, and all the mentees, they are using the platform to do everything they need around the mentorship. So here you can see that we have now folks that are online. This is pretty cool. Like, I made that to help me track if we are using everything. It's just like usability tests, so we can understand the things that we are building here. Like, I'm trying to bring to the platform all the things that are available to the students, and later that can be a place that other instructors and mentors can join and teach their own students as well. The idea here is that in long-term goal, this is going to be a platform that you can find anything you want to learn how to build games. Right now, it's completely focused on UI and Unreal, because this is like my main discipline, and I can start like bring in some other stuff with the time. We do have one folk here that is watching. I'm not going to say his name, but he's preparing something really cool that is about motion design. It's going to handle like a bunch of cool stuff, and the idea is that he can present that inside the platform for some folks. I'm not going to tell his name, but this is one of the plans that we have for this year. And the idea is to bring way more cool stuff for you. So just to give you a quick presentation of how it looks, we do have like the homepage. You are going to have a feed with all the new stuff that I'm adding to the platform. You have like all the courses available, all the upcoming events that like it's more related to mentorship. It's related to the live sessions that we're going to have. If you are inside the platform, you're going to have exclusive live sessions that we are going to be doing, like hands-on work. On the mentorship, it's all about like hands-on work, but I'm planning to do like a very frequent live session, doing things on my own without like interacting with you in a way that I'm waiting for you to do it, but just like doing things and cooking UIs that are very complex on my end. And this is going to be all saved on the platform, so you're going to have like this live feature that you can follow along, and a bunch of cool stuff. So just to start, I want to present to you the things that we already have available. So the coolest so right now they are mostly focused on implementation on the engine, but we do have some folks that might join later to help on the craft part. I'm not going to say the name again because I don't want to make a compromise here. It's up to the person if he wants to do that later or not. But the idea is that we can cover all the parts. Right now, the main parts that we have inside the platform already are related to the mentorships that we already made. So we have all of them recorded. So for example, here I can let me just reopen something here again. I can give you a quick preview of, for example, Battlefield 6. If I open here, Battlefield 6 is a collection of videos. We have 2 modules and 8 classes, 17 hours in total, because we did make 2 different classes. So we have like one class that did with one group and another class that did with a different group. It's all recorded. This is the kind of stuff that is very valuable because it's like a recording of the mentorship. You can rewatch that, and I'm still like planning how these things are going to be available, but I want you to know that all of that is on the plan to be on the platform. It's already working. Right now, if you join the platform, you won't have access to some stuff because they are like exclusive to the mentees. So this is part of the plan that I'm still like doing the rollout, how we are going to make that available, how you're going to have access to some of that. So just to give you an idea of how it's working, this is like the one of the things that we have available. We already like we are currently building Hogwarts Legacy inside Unreal with one of the groups of the mentorship. We already did Battlefield 6. We are doing Hades 2 in Portuguese and in English. We are doing like an advanced mentorship group that we are building the hand, which is like a very complex asset. I'm going to show you here real quick. I think if I think I can load it here. So yeah, so this is one of the things that you will see on the mentorship. Like we've been doing this hand with all the materials integrated using ID maps, and this is going to be available there on the platform. Here we have like a bunch of instructions of how I was presenting that to the students, and then this are the kind of content that you see on the platform. So just to come back here to the platform, I'm going to put myself inside one mentorship group so you can see how it works. So yeah, here we are. One second. All right, so I'm going to add myself into one of the mentorship groups so you can see how it works. I'm going to add myself in the advanced one. And I'm going to refresh here. Okay, so I have access to this mentorship group, and here you can see right now the mentorship group that was like the advanced one. Look how this is going to help a lot to track everything that we have on the mentorship, because here you can see like the content that you see on the mentorship, because it's like an advanced group. We have the start date, and by the duration of 30 days, you have like unlimited access to everything that we have on the platform. The language of this one is English. The next day is day 3. It's going to be May 17th. Class starts here. It's going to be all on your time. You can add to your calendar. We have like the already recorded classes here. We have like an onboarding that you can check all the things that you need to do before starting. All the students that are inside this group, you can check them. And one thing that is pretty cool is that here you can see that Katie has like a very different frame. It's because she already did like 4 mentorships. So she has like a very different frame because of that. And I can open her profile. So this is one of the cool things that I'm building for the platform, that it's a kind of curriculum that everything that you build inside the platform is going to be saved, and you can like prepare that on your portfolio screen. And that can work as a portfolio as well, because we will have available all the challenges, all the like the assignments. They're all going to be here, and you can decide the things that you want to make visible or not. And the cool thing about this page is that if I open here, for example, my page, let me open here in a different tab. So this is my page. You can see that it's completely different from the page that Katie has, because this is completely customizable. So if I click here to customize, I can change the theme. I can do whatever I want. I can turn some stuff on, turn some stuff off, and you will see like a completely different theme based on what I want. And you can like change the colors. You can add a YouTube video as like a background. That is going to be your portfolio page if you want, just to have like a very quick link, because we know like maintaining a portfolio is hard, and this can be like your educational portfolio with all the work that you have related to like to all the courses and all the projects and all the enrollments that you did inside the platform. And of course, like this is a very bold statement, because I do want to have a bunch of cool stuff here that you can learn. For now, the platform is growing, so you might look to the content that you have there, and you might think like, okay, not that much, but just because it's been built. So all the content that you will see there, it's the content that already worked with the students that are part of the program. So once you save this, you're going to get like a completely customized page. And one thing that it's cool to know is that I do have one page here saved that I can show you from Kaique Barbosa. which was the first subscriber of the platform. So he has a different badge, 2 mentorships here on top, and it's part of the plan that you can customize that page with all the different rewards that you earned on the platform. So let's say you won a challenge. It's going to be here because you won the challenge. And once you won a challenge, you have like different rewards. So these are all part of the things that I wanna introduce to you on the platform. So yeah, I won't take too much here because there are many cool stuff that I want to share. Okay, so here you're going to share your assignments and you're going to get your certification later. You don't need like to ask me on private or on Discord. It's going to be available here automatically, and you're going to get them on your profile. We do have like a very cool feature here called Live. This is something that I will just do a quick highlight for you about how it works. Actually, I do have something here to show first. So if you open one of the classes, you will see that the video is already here, day 1, and we do have some stuff here on the bottom. I will not open all of them, but here we have bone highlight material. It's just like a text, but if I copy that like this, and if I open Unreal, for example, and I create a different let's call that a new material function. I will open that, and if I paste it here, I do have the node that I was presenting in the class. So this is how the live history feature can work. So whenever you are doing a live session with me, I do open a live like a live thing here on the side. Yeah, so you do have like a live panel here, and I can open a live session on my side. I'm going to do that just to test it. Let me see the mentorship group that I have. Okay, so if I start a live like that, and yeah, you can already see that we have a live here. And let's say that we'll copy this node here, and we are back on the live. So you are watching the live session and you have this on your monitor, and here I will paste the node work, and I will call that bone highlight. If I save here, it's going to drop that for you. So you can copy the node and you can do whatever you want with that. And the good thing is that we have the timestamp here saved together. So if I open the class, let me close that live. If I go to class, for example here, I have the time that it happened. So if I go to the other class, I have the time that it happened. So I can check the video and I can copy. If I'm watching that later, I can copy the script, the color, or whatever I had made on the live session. So if you are watching a recorded session, you're not losing anything because everything is going to be here. So this is one of the cool features that we are going to have for the mentorship. So if you are having a class and you are doing a code and you need some help, I would drop the code and you get the code on your end, and you have the code later as well. So this is pretty cool. Yep. So now we do have a shared calendar with all the things that you have access to. This is mostly showing you the things that are available for you. We do have the challenge. The challenge is one of the most ambitious things that we have on the platform right now. I only can show you this part for now, but it's going to be available in 2 days. So it's pretty cool. I swear. We are going to have the Hall of Fame. Everything is going to be here on the timeline, but here is a very different part of the site that we have a 3D environment. Everything is interactable, and you're going to submit your challenge, and the challenge is going to be related to a bunch of tags that I created, and we have a briefing generator that is going to get 2 different themes. It's going to get one thing for the UI. Let's say it's going to get the battle pass, and then you have a team, and it's going to randomize that, and you need to design a battle pass in Gothic theme. So this is going to be happening every month, and you can submit your stuff. And if you win, you can simply get like a subscription, a course, like a mentorship. You can get some really cool stuff. And this is part of the challenge. So going to the library, here you can find a bunch of like exclusive stuff, and also links from the internet that I've been collecting myself that can be really helpful. So there are tools, videos, links, articles, and like if you want to watch, for example, this one, you can already see the video here. Everything is here, and you can save the stuff that it's your favorite for later. And the best feature of having everything in one place is that I can simply do a Control K like that. Let's go to the home page. I can do a Control K, and I want to do a circle mask, and it's going to show me exactly the tutorial to do that. So if I open here, how to do a circle mask inside Unreal,
every so often on your UI, you're going to want to
you can find that. So this is one of the places that we are going to be sharing a bunch of quick tips and videos and articles and tools and whatever. This is pretty helpful. So this is one of the parts that is very valuable to the platform. We also have like a collection of selected portfolios that like a long time ago, I started collecting some portfolios that I do like. And I made an article called Visual Designers Behind Great Games. So I did start this article. It was like in 2021, a long time ago. And I've been like selecting some portfolios there. And then I'm always like collecting the portfolios that I like. So now, why not sharing them in the platform? So you can simply look for the ones that you like. We have like some, you can look for tags, you can look for names. And we also have this section for all the students. So you can find the portfolio from the students. And if your portfolio is too great for being here like in a separate page, I can feature your portfolio to stay here on the feature part. So this is really helpful if you are trying like to get some job or something else. And we also have like a page only to look for job positions. And I'm doing like a selection of all the things that I think that are available, and I'm bringing to the platform, so you can simply look for them here. The idea is to have everything that can help you to work as a better UI designer, to find a job, to prepare your portfolio, to be to be better at implementing UI. So everything will be here together. And then inside community, we have all the students that at some point fill the form to be part of the Beyond the HUD mentorship, and it's all here. You see some folks that already made 2 mentorships, 3 mentorships, 4 mentorships, and I'm really happy with that, because when I see someone coming back again, I noticed that something is right, you know. So I'm really happy how that thing is going. And we have like the instructors page. We are going to have more instructors later. And one thing that I want to show you that is pretty cool, this is one of the key things of the platform, is that we are going to have a plugin that you can generate materials. So this is one of the things that folks have been asking me all the time, like just to make that available. So yeah. Just to start, like I created a bunch of pre-made materials here. You can look for whatever you want, like HUD curve that can be applied inside the engine, and you can play with the params here. We have like scan overlay, chromatic aberration, fume grain, glass reflection. We have explosion, hellfire, like it's just like a flame, distortion. You can play with a bunch of things here. Like everything will be available here. And you can also export that and use that inside the engine. So when you import that inside the engine, you can like do like whatever you want, because the material is there for you. So we can do that with materials, and we can do that with textures as well. So we have a bunch of cool textures that you can use for materials. And this is going to be like very customizable as well. You can export in the size that you want. And this is like, the shaders are downloadable. Yeah, they were made with HLSL, so you can download them. And you can also generate shaders here by yourself. This part is like just using like AI to generate some materials. So let's say that like we want to generate some stuff. I will try like generating here live to see if everything is working correctly. So we can generate like a smoke, red smoke with heat distortion, and yellow particles floating. Let's see the result of that. Generating. Yeah, so here's the result that we have. It's called Amber Smoke. We can play with all the params here. We can scale, we can distort, we can remove distortion, we can change density, we can change colors. Everything is like fully functional here. And if I want to use that inside the engine, that's the key part. We do have a plugin, and the plugin is called BT Hub. Really great name. Like, we have the BT HUD and the BT Hub. So on the BT Hub, you can open the Material Forge, you can generate here, or you can import the file that you downloaded there, or you have your collection here. So your collection, like this is the Amber Smoke, I will generate it here. So this is the material that we just generated on the browser. So it's here. I can play with anything that I want. I can even, let me just close that part here. I can play with anything. I have like a material instance, and I can play with the numbers in the same way that I was doing there. So if I put 1 here, everything is working and fully functional. So this is something that I would say is a bit of a game changer to the platform. So like, if you were thinking, okay, he's charging like monthly to use that, it's because it's a bit expensive to have all that stuff together hosted somewhere else. And this is the part that I would say is the coolest one, because once you have everything like that integrated with the engine, you can do whatever you want. So basically, let's say that I want to generate a new material here. I would generate something else. Let me get like a glowing electric lines with purple plasma and green glitch distortion. I'm just like loading Epson here. Let's see how it works. It's generating a new one. Okay. Yeah, so just because I wanted to show you something cool, we have a bug. Yeah, so I told you everything is still being tested, but I will try something else easier, because when we use glitch, distortion, and some other stuff, we need to use some helpers to build that material. So I'm going to do like a different one. Let's call that yellow flame dissolve with hit distortion. Let's see if that works. Okay. Yeah, so that one was generated well. So here's the material that we just generated. We can play with everything. And the cool thing is that if you want to like do some other stuff, you can just reload your page here, and you have the material that you just generated there inside the platform. So this is your collection of materials. you can do everything here. And you can also generate textures. So let's say that you want to generate a texture to use on the material, and you want like a fog, let's say like water ripple caustics. I'm just going bold. Let's see. It might be like weird, but that's how. Yeah. So this is what we have. So we can play with the scale. We can change some stuff here, like that. Okay, it's not that bad. We can do a bunch of stuff with that texture. And if we want to change or try something else, we are going to simply remix that. So we can create something from that. So let's say that I want to do water ripple caustics, but actually, let me generate a new one, completely new. Like, let's say that we want a flame, fog, distortion, flame, and fire, fog, fire smoke, distortion. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so this is what we have. We can change turbulence, we can change contrast, we can change octaves, we can do a mix on the smoke because we have two. It's like a lerp, and we can change the scale. And whenever we change the scale, you can see like the texture is like doing some math. So the reason it's weird when you scale, it's because the texture is seamless. So you can use that to do a pan movement, and you can use that as you want. So this is really powerful. And this is only one of the tools that we have inside the BT Hub, because it's a hub. So it's about many different tools. We do have a 9-slice editor that we can use. Let me get a texture here. For example, if I right click and edit 9-slice, we have the same 9-slice from Unity. So you can simply use that, you apply, and you're going to save a 9-slice version that can be used anywhere in the project. You don't need like to keep playing with the numbers as we do on the margins. So this is really helpful. And we do have an SDF generator as well. So you don't need to struggle to generate SDFs. You can simply drag the SDF that you have. For example, I do have like a bone that I want to translate to SDF to use as a material. I would drag it here, generate. And once I generate, it's going to load. And here is our SDF. So if we want to use that on a material, this is like the worst material to test because it's completely bugged, but let's do it. I will unconnect here, disconnect, and texture sample. And we do have the SDF here, and we can see like we have the soft edges, and it's working. Right now you can convert like for grayscale pretty well. I'm still like testing some other options, but we are going to have way more stuff here on the hub. We are going to have a batch profiler that is going to look to all your UI assets and is going to change the properties for them to make them better for performance. We are going to have a batch renamer to improve like your naming for all the UI assets. We are going to have like an auto graph formatter, so you don't need to worry with like crazy nodes because it's going to organize that for you. Responsive previewer to see in many different monitors resolutions, and some other stuff that I'm still like thinking about because we do have some things going on, and I just need to understand. Planning to have MSDF as well. So here, if I drop the file here, let me show you how it works. We do have MSDF and MTSDF. So this is something that I'm still testing. I'm not completely confident that it's working well, so I'm still testing. And as soon as it's working well, I'm going to make it available. But you can change all the properties here, and I have like a quick tutorial about how to prepare your SVG file to convert that. So yeah, we need that for Unity now. Let's build it. Yeah, so this is one part of the things that I wanted to share. Let me find the tool again. Where we are. Okay, so just to finish for today, one of the cool things that I have right now, if you just open the platform in a different tab, like you will see that you cannot create an account just because I'm managing the amount of folks that are joining the platform, so I can test it well without like going crazy and having a bunch of bugs. So if you want to join, you can join the waitlist, and like you can simply type your name, your email, and you can select YouTube here, and you're going to join the waitlist for now. If you are joining today or like during this week, I'm going to make that available for you, and then later the platform is only going to be available throughout invite. So you need to be in to invite someone else, because I don't want this to be like a crazy run, so everyone is like joining the platform and I don't have control of the things that are going on inside here. So you will open the platform later and you will invite a friend. You have 3 invites for a week, by a week, and you can invite the person, and later we are going to give you rewards because you invited some folks. So you're going to have a progress tracker here of the amount of folks that joined with your link, and you will have like 3 links by week. So it's something that you can use. And we are going to start the test this week, so join the waitlist, because as soon as we have the challenge, everything is going to change. So as soon as the challenge is started, I'm also going to play the challenge with you, and I will open the guardrails to the platform, and if you want to invite some friends, feel free to do it, but join the waitlist for now, so I can keep track of the folks that were here and the folks that are inside the community, so we don't get like strangers joining the platform right now, because this is not the intention. And yeah, I'm really happy to share that with you. I've been working on that for a while now. Like it's been like some crazy months, like not sleeping at all, and I'm really happy that I'm like finally showing that to you. So yeah, that's Beyond the HUD. That's Beyond the HUD, man. So this video is going to be saved. You can watch that later if you have anything to check, but I don't think like the coolest stuff are here. It's going to be on the platform. So yeah, I'll be around. If you have any questions, please let me know. Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Yeah, so monthly payment is going to be like the subscription initially is going to be $9 per month, because this is like a very cheap and not that expensive value, like not that cheap and not that expensive, because we do have the plugin as well, and the plugin does use a bit more infrastructure than only the site. So this is like a very cheap price, and I don't think I'm going to change that. And right now, like, you have access to the courses if you're already enrolled to some of them. We are going to have free courses and the mentorship, because folks, they do enroll to the mentorship, so that part's not going to be available to everyone, even if you are a subscriber. So I'm still thinking how that can be fair to the students that made the mentorship, because the mentorship's not cheap. It's a bit expensive. So I'm like doing a balance to find the right fit for it. Won't say that it's an easy task, because it's not my take. It's not my idea to make something like only aiming on profit, because like the gaming industry is completely broken right now. So I want to make that very accessible to everyone, and this is something that I already do. Like when folks they reach me to do the mentorship because they can't pay, I always take a look on everyone that submit like a request to do that. And in the end, like to make all that platform and all that infrastructure being live, we need to pay and it's not that cheap. So I'm aiming something that can make that like the product feasible, so it pays itself at least. Yeah, so let me read that. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed, Felipe. Something is having you in the mentorship and ask you, but then later if somebody buys the records, I feel is okay, but after a few months, I just drop in here. Yeah, after a few months. So this is something that, let's say that you do the mentorship, you have like the live mentorship, and you paid for that. It's more expensive, and then right after the mentorship ends, someone can buy it for I don't know, like for the price of a coffee. That's not fair at all. So yeah, this is something that I'm still thinking about, because I don't want the mentees to feel bad for me to making that available. But in the other hand, it's a very valuable content to not make available at some point. So this is something that I'm still thinking. I swear, like, this is not like an easy task, because I don't want to have anyone on the community feeling bad because they did enroll in the mentorship earlier. So yeah, this is on the plan. Any more questions? Well, just to finish, I want to say that one of the plans that I have on my schedule is to start designing really complex UI. You know, like Persona 5, that game, the fighter game from Riot. The UI of that game has so many different materials and animations, and that kind of stuff, it's probably not going to be inside a course or in a mentorship. It's going to be inside of a live. And I'm planning, like, I was wondering how to do that without without killing the mentorship program, because like if you watch that, like how do you want to watch that and still do the mentorship? So the plan is that doing this UI is part of the fun thing of doing that alone, that I can do on my pace. I can do just like vibing, and you can watch how I do work, like without doing like the small pauses between the process. So I'm just going like to do as I'm working alone, but sharing the process with you. So I really want to do that. Like I'm looking forward to do these lives, and with the platform now I can do it. So I can schedule like maybe one live for the week, or maybe like one at each 2 weeks. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. There are many things going on, so I'm really happy that now I can really roll out the platform so you can start accessing it, because I was already like nitpicking a bunch of stuff. So I just want to make that product live. And yeah, so that's all for today, guys. I'm really happy that you could follow along, and yeah, we do have a bunch of cool stuff to do, and I'm really excited for this year. If you didn't have the chance to join the Discord community, please join. I will make the links available. If you don't have, like if you are watching this video later and you want to know more, just open bthud.com. You have all the links that you need there. And yeah, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.